The lineup of cars behind me have taken part in just about every great championship in the sport. Champ Car, Can-Am, the Indy 500, Le Mans, Formula One. And the unique thing is that they're all built by the same manufacturer who started building racing cars some 50 years ago. That company, of course, is Lola, and this weekend at Goodwood they brought together a collection of former drivers and friends to celebrate 50 years of a truly great company.
Well, my dad ran a team, and I think the first car was a Lola. He also raced with Lola in '66, won Indianapolis, and there's been a lot. We used to have a horse called Lola as well, so there's quite a lot of Lola in our life, and I raced for Lola in Formula 3000 as well.
My father drove this car in Indianapolis in '66, I think it was leading by 2 laps, with 8 laps to go. And it didn't finish, but so it was. I wanted to drive it up here.
It's not just former racing legends and their sons that were influenced by Lola. Current Formula One drivers have happy memories too.
It's not only World Rally cars on the Forest stage, there's also a host of iconic cars, with many of them driven by iconic drivers too. And when I had an opportunity to talk and drive with rally legend Stig Blomqvist, I didn't need to be asked twice. Stig Blomqvist, I don't know where to start. You are a rally legend, and so is the Audi. What's it like being here at Goodwood, reunited with the car?
It's a fantastic feeling to be back and drive this car again after so long. So and the show here is fantastic. So it's amazing how they can get it together every year.
Now, this car really rewrote the history books in terms of rallying, didn't it?
Yeah, of course. When Audi came out with the four-wheel drive car, everybody was thinking it was a new type of Jeep, but it was a proper rally car, and it was working fantastic.
And how did you have to adapt your driving in order to drive it?
I was quite lucky because I came from front-wheel drive cars, and that was much easier for me to adapt to the four-wheel drive and for people who came from rear-wheel drive cars. Yeah, I think we was the favorite in the forest those days with the car because of the noise and the flame.
So they've redesigned the stage. What have I got to look forward to?
It's narrow and tight through the trees, but it's really nice. It doesn't look slippery, but it is slippery, so it can be a few surprises.
Right, we're lining up for the start now. I've really got no idea what I'm letting myself in for. Stig says we're going too close to the trees. Actually, watching him left foot brake. This stage is right ahead. This car control is just brilliant. It's amazing. The car that's so old. Just how fast it really is. I've just realised that we haven't done the jump yet. Or the jump, I should say. I think it's just around the corner. I guess that was it. We were very airborne. One corner to go.
Nick Heidfeld in the McLaren Mercedes was fastest up this Goodwood hill, a time of 41.6 seconds, set back in 1999. These days, the Formula One cars aren't allowed to be timed, so the battle to be fastest lies among the touring cars, the Group C cars, the sports cars, and the specialist hill climb cars. And this is how this year's battle was resolved. And indeed, the sports cars certainly lived up to expectations, with festival favourite Justin Law and the specially built Pikes Peak cars setting the early pace. But then came a host of single-seater Formula One cars, all going under 50 seconds. Klaus Vort in a Ferrari 412 and Gary Ward in a Lotus 95 were fast, but once again Anthony Reid was quickest of the bunch in a Williams Cosworth 07. Monday, when the final places are determined, one Pikes Peak car was already out. And it was left to fellow Pikes Peak veteran Rod Miller in his specially built Toyota Celica to fly the flag for the American hill climb specialists. Anthony Reid's Nissan Primera had failed on the Saturday, so the Ground Effects Formula One car was his only hope for victory, as he threw the Williams Cosworth up the hill in a very fast time of 44.58. So with the gauntlet thrown down by Reid, it was up to Justin Law to determine the 2008 result. Justin knows the hill well as a former champion, and he needed all his nerve and experience to get the Jaguar up the road as fast as Reid, a feat he managed with just hundredths of a second to spare to take the 2008 title with a run of 44.19.